What intense battles! 2 rounds have passed, and now Xiao Yan is about to face the Hall of Souls chief. The final battle at the Fallen Peak was incredibly captivating, with the powerful arrival of Xiao Yan, Xiao Qian, and the Pill Tower Ancestor. However, according to the official announcement, right after Xiao Yan and his companions finished that battle, they immediately ran into a new problem. The Heavenly Phoenix clan had surrounded the Deep Python clan, and their clan chief, Huang Tian, was determined to capture the Medusa Queen. But let's go in order. The battles between Xiao Qian and the Pill Tower Ancestor against their respective opponents were incredibly spectacular. It even felt like they were shown too briefly. Xiao Qian surprised everyone with his power, proving what the Xiao clan is truly capable of. We are eagerly awaiting the 3rd round, Xiao Yan's fight against Han Mishen. This is sure to be an unforgettable battle where both sides will show their absolute maximum. We covered in detail how this battle ended in the video. Xiao Yan became a true hero and brought victory to the entire alliance. Be sure to watch this video. You missed a lot if you haven't seen it yet. The link will be in the description. Although the Hall of Souls chief survived despite Xiao Yan's best efforts to kill him, what does Xiao Yan's victory mean in this situation? All the experts of the Hall of Souls left in disgrace. The defeat of their Hall chief exceeded the expectations of many. The Hall of Souls, a faction that had dominated the Central Plains for 1,000 years, had finally met someone who could push back against them. The Heavenly Palace Alliance had a total of 10 saints. This number made everyone understand that the alliance was not simply relying on luck. This became especially obvious when all these saints stood behind their leader, Xiao Yan, who had defeated Han Mishen, a 5-star saint. The shock was unimaginable. The entire alliance was overcome with wild joy. At the same time, no one forgot the person who brought this victory to Xiao Yan. His name became synonymous with that of a hero. This lasted for about half a month. However, the upper echelons of the alliance, their council, remained calm and cautious. This victory brought an immeasurable number of advantages. Yet they understood that they would not face open hostility, but rather secret schemes and conspiracies. In the past, the Hall of Souls had been extremely powerful, supported and feared by many factions. Behind them stood the ancient Han clan. The Heavenly Palace Alliance had only risen recently. They would have to gradually earn the respect of the entire Central Plains. Furthermore, although the alliance had defeated the Hall of Souls, the Hall of Souls still continued to exist. Why, you may ask? Because this battle was not a battle of annihilation, but a battle for the position of ruler of the Central Plains. It was a 3 versus 3 battle of the strongest, so neither side suffered heavy losses, with the exception of Han Mishen. The Hall of Souls was not destroyed. No, it did not cease to function. It simply mysteriously disappeared from the Central Plains. It seemed that no one had seen their experts anymore. As Yao Lao reported, almost all the divisions and branches that were known suddenly vanished. They disappeared? Xiao Yan frowned. For some unknown reason, he felt that the Hall of Souls' actions were a bit strange. Something was off. Xiao Yan knew that the Hall of Souls was carrying out an important mission for the Han clan. At the same time, the strength of the alliance soared rapidly. All the mighty sects and individual experts wanted to join. 3 months had passed since that battle. Xiao Yan spent all his time training. He finally got the chance to work with Xiao Yi, who had absorbed the devouring void flame. By the way, an unexpected surprise awaited him here. We'll cover that later. And then begins the vast and event-filled arc of the Heavenly Phoenixes and the breakthrough of the Medusa Queen. Xiao Yan received news of the Phoenixes' attack on the 9 Deep Python tribe. Yao Ming faced an enormous crisis. The Heavenly Phoenixes had mobilized all their forces, leading numerous saints, and in large numbers arrived at the territory of the 9 Deep Python clan, entering direct battle. Yao Ming and his people could not withstand them. Yao Ming was only a 2-star saint, while the Phoenix clan chief Huang Tian was a 5-star saint whose overall combat power was even slightly higher than that of the Hall of Souls chief, Han Mishen. Nevertheless, Yao Ming was ready to fight with all his might to protect the Medusa Queen, Xiao Yan's woman. Xiao Yan unexpectedly received a message from the 9 Serene Pythons tribe, more precisely from Yao Ming. Xiao Yan was startled and took the scroll with slight uncertainty. Then he slowly opened it. Attack by the Heavenly Demonic Phoenix. Unusual activity is occurring at the serene spring. Xiao Yan stood up sharply. His expression darkened. He clenched his fist. Kai Lin, what's going on? Yao Lao was surprised by Xiao Yan's reaction. He then looked at the scroll himself. Yao Lao read it and frowned. He was well aware of the relationship between Xiao Yan and the Nine Deep Python tribe. Moreover, the most important thing was that Kai Lin was still training in the Serene Spring. The letter said that the unusual activity was coming from the direction of the spring, which meant the cause must lie with the Medusa Queen. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe. What exactly are they after? Yao Lao wondered, frowning. Xiao Yan gradually calmed down. He already had a deep grudge with the Heavenly Phoenix tribe. Last time, he had even taken their young chief and 2 saints as hostages to help Ziyan and the ancient void dragons. The hostages prevented the Heavenly Phoenixes from acting recklessly. Although he had resolved the problem then, in doing so he had completely offended the other side. Nevertheless, Xiao Yan was not afraid of offending them. Moreover, his own strength had now increased significantly. He felt no fear toward them at all. However, he could not understand why they had decided to cause trouble for the 9 Serene Python tribe. With the current strength of the Heavenly Palace Alliance, they no longer needed to fear the Phoenixes. By the way, at this point the Alliance already had 10 saints. Not bad, right? There's no need to drag the Alliance into this matter. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe is not an ordinary tribe. The Alliance has only recently managed to stabilize its position. Unnecessary problems will arise. Besides, the Hall of Souls is secretly watching us with ill intentions. Xiao Yan clearly expressed his opinion. I will only take Xiao Yixian and Qing Lin with me. Just the 3 of you? Yao Lao frowned. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe was powerful. Moreover, they were on their home territory in the Beast region. Although Xiao Yan's strength had grown, going there alone was dangerous even for him. Yao Lao suggested taking Xiao Chen, the younger brother of Xiao Xian, as well. But Xiao Yan replied, the alliance is not yet safe, and the founder of the Pill Tower has his own agenda and is hard to find. An expert with sufficient strength must remain to support the alliance if needed. If I leave, we can only rely on Xiao Chen. In the end, Xiao Yan did not delay and left right away. Kai Lin had been in seclusion for far too long, and Xiao Yan had already begun to worry. He turned around, transformed into a streak of light, and departed together with Xiao Yixian and Qing Lin. No one had expected that the Heavenly Phoenixes would decide to launch a major campaign against the Serene Pythons. They brought out most of their experts and headed straight for the headquarters. Moreover, they even surrounded it so that no one could escape. The tense atmosphere worried the inhabitants of the Beast region. Everyone clearly understood that if 2 tribes, considered second and third in power, started a war, it would not end with minor consequences and skirmishes like with smaller tribes. That was why countless beasts were attentively watching the development of their confrontation. The Heavenly Phoenix clan chief burst directly into the territory of the 9 Deep Python tribe. Chief, the Heavenly Phoenix tribe is going too far. If we don't respond, we will be laughed at. At the same time, what tribe in the future will dare to rely on us? Said one of the Python tribe elders. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe had greatly angered them. Elder Mo, it's not that simple. Their clan chief personally led the army here. That old man possesses the power of a peak 5-star saint. Who in our tribe can stand against him? Another elder replied. Why had Huang Tian come? As he himself stated, the goal of their tribe was the girl training deep within the Serene Spring. That is, the Medusa Queen. He demanded her within 3 days. Yao Ming, naturally, refused to hand over Kai Lin in any way. 3 days later, the Heavenly Phoenix clan chief returned. Yao Ming, 3 days have passed. Have you decided to hand that person over to me? Or shall we start a war? All the elders were frightened by the powerful aura. Yao Ming's expression darkened. He rose into the sky. Before him flapped enormous wings of a demonic phoenix. On its back stood a man in a purple-gold robe. His eyes sparkled with golden light. Chief Huang Tian, that person is the woman of the well-known Xiao Yan. He will not let this go easily if you touch her. Yao Ming replied. Haha, what a nice phrase, he will not let this go easily. Huang Tian mocked Yao Ming. Xiao Yan captured my son and threatened my tribe. He even possesses the wings of my tribe. He is already an enemy of my tribe. Do you think I care what he thinks? Yao Ming frowned. It seemed this old man had decided to capture Kai Lin no matter what. In the sky stood the leaders of two of the strongest beast tribes on the continent, the Heavenly Phoenixes and the Deep Pythons. Huang Tian was stronger, a 5-star saint. Yao Ming was only at 2 stars. Chief Huang Tian looked at Yao Ming indifferently. The atmosphere grew significantly more tense. However, Yao Ming's expression remained unchanged. He clearly had no intention of handing over Kai Lin. As soon as the last second passed, a cold gleam flashed in Huang Tian's golden eyes. Since Xiao Yan has the courage to threaten me with my son, I will do the same to him. I will capture his woman, and then decide what to do next. It seemed that today nothing would end peacefully. Huang Tian's words thundered beyond the underground network. The surrounding space pulsed, and he rushed straight into the depths of the Python tribe's headquarters. Many elders of the 9 serene pythons became furious when they saw his reaction. His action was equivalent to launching an invasion. Huang Tian, you'd better not go too far. This is the territory of my tribe. As the chief, Yao Ming flashed forward and appeared directly in front of Huang Tian, shouting at him with displeasure. Yao Ming, you and Xiao Yan secretly joined forces to launch a despicable attack on my people. I have remembered your trick. If you dare to obstruct me today, don't blame me for showing disrespect to your tribe. Huang Tian replied indifferently. I have long heard that Chief Huang Tian is incredibly powerful. Allow me, Yao Ming, to test your strength. Yao Ming's expression turned cold. At this moment, he was constantly thinking about the difference in power levels between himself and Huang Tian. Nevertheless, he decided on this unequal fight. He directed a palm of terrifying power toward his opponent. However, Huang Tian simply flicked a finger, shooting out a golden feather that collided with Yao Ming's attack. The golden feather not only destroyed the attack but also left a bloody mark on Yao Ming's arm. After the collision, Yao Ming was clearly injured. Huang Tian appeared in front of Yao Ming like a ghost, looking at him with his golden eyes. Killing you would be no trouble at all for me. He waved his sleeve, and Yao Ming felt an enormous surge of power rushing toward him. He crashed into a mountain, causing it to collapse. Tribe Chief. The elders immediately reacted when Yao Ming was defeated by Huang Tian's first strike. They became enraged. Huang Tian was acting treacherously. Some hot-tempered elders immediately flew into the sky with furious expressions. Before they could attack, Huang Tian simply waved his sleeve indifferently. A terrifying golden light flashed, easily repelling the elders. Anyone else? Next time I won't show mercy. Huang Tian stood in the sky. Golden light sparkled around his body. Only he could stand there. All the experts of the 9D Python tribe could not approach. This was a clear demonstration of the power of a 5-star saint. Yao Ming finally crawled out from under the rubble. Ignoring the bloodstains, he clenched both fists. Form the formation. All the elders and at least 100 powerful experts rose into the sky. A mysterious connection was felt between them. Great Snake Plateau Formation. Numerous pillars of light immediately shot out from their bodies. In less than a minute, a formation 10,000 meters in diameter formed in the air. Terrifying pressure emanated from it. Huang Tian frowned. Naturally, he had heard of this formation's reputation. In the past, their tribe had relied on this formation to finish off many extremely powerful experts. The formation is not bad. Unfortunately, you won't achieve what you want, Huang Tian said. Yao Ming rapidly formed several hand seals. A beam of light shot out from his body and connected with the formation, causing the entire mountain to tremble. In response, the experts of the Heavenly Phoenix tribe immediately formed the ancient Heavenly Phoenix formation. Soon, a giant phoenix flapped its wings in the sky, facing a gigantic snake. People held their breath, not expecting both sides to unleash their most majestic guardian formations. Huang Tian indifferently looked at the giant snake opposite him. He turned, transformed into a streak of light, and rushed toward the serene spring where the Medusa Queen was located. Yao Ming roared when he saw Huang Tian's action. The giant snake attacked. But Huang Tian did not slow down and flew onward. The giant tail of the snake formation should have struck him, but an enormous golden phoenix wing blocked it. A terrifying shockwave spread in all directions after the collision. Huang Tian disappeared and reappeared above the surface of the serene spring. Yao Ming became furious when Huang Tian managed to get past them. Could he really reach Kai Lin so easily? The snake and the phoenix entered into confrontation. While Yao Ming and the elders were held back by the heavenly phoenix experts, Huang Tian was already directly above the pool, looking down. The surface of the spring was already covered with a layer of thick ice. Xiao Yan's woman is truly remarkable to be able to train in a place like this, Huang Tian thought. A trace of surprise flashed in his eyes. Although his strength allowed him to submerge into the serene spring, he would not dare to train inside it. His eyes flashed. He stretched out his hand and sharply clenched it toward the serene spring. The incredibly dense layer of ice cracked and shattered into pieces. The surface of the water appeared again. Huang Tian narrowed his eyes. From the bottom of the pool, he could vaguely sense a pressure that was difficult to grasp. "Come out!" Huang Tian shouted, causing a shocking storm. Yao Ming felt incredible rage inside, but at this moment he could not take a single step forward. He could only pray inwardly that Kai Lin would not be disturbed. If Huang Tian continued, he would sooner or later capture the Medusa Queen. "Brother Xiao Yan, I'm afraid I won't be able to keep my promise." Huang Tian created a whirlpool that reached all the way to the bottom. At the very bottom, he seemed to make out the silhouette of a woman. Huang Tian stretched out his hand again, releasing a pulling force. However, just as it was about to reach the bottom of the spring, his hand trembled. He sharply raised his head and saw a person rushing toward him at astonishing speed. Behind his back, an illusory figure had already manifested. A strange sound suddenly descended from the sky. A terrifying sound wave struck him, causing Huang Tian to fly backward and receive a heavy spiritual attack, destroying several mountain peaks along the way. At the same moment, an icy voice thundered in the sky. "Old dog Huang Tian, you are courting death." Yes, it was Xiao Yan. As usual, he arrived at the very last moment, but still in time. Just a couple more minutes and Huang Tian would have seized the Medusa Queen. Immediately, numerous exclamations followed. "Xiao Yan! He has finally come. It looks like we're in for an interesting show." Xiao Yan is no ordinary person. Even the Hall of Souls chief lost to him. Yao Ming also saw Xiao Yan. He looked over the young man and immediately rejoiced upon recognizing him. If Xiao Yan arrived in time, their tribe would surely avoid catastrophe. "Brother Xiao Yan." Xiao Yan nodded to Yao Ming. He looked at the serene spring below. With a wave of his sleeve, the water pillars immediately calmed and returned to the pool. The deep whirlpool also gradually disappeared. After finishing, Xiao Yan finally turned and stared at Huang Tian with a piercing gaze. A killing intent flared up in his heart. The greatest taboo in the world of cultivation is interrupting an expert's training. If one is careless, not only will the benefits of the training be lost, but there will also be a threat to their life. Huang Tian's action made it extremely clear that he did not care about Kai Lin's life, and Xiao Yan could not forgive something like that. A killing intent surged in his heart. "So you are that Xiao Yan?" Huang Tian looked at the young man with his golden eyes and said slowly, "You have finally come. You wanted to lure me out?" Xiao Yan had already guessed that his real target was not Kai Lin, but himself. But why? Was it all because Xiao Yan had taken his elders as hostages? Not entirely. That was only one of the reasons. Another was that Xiao Yan possessed the wings of the heavenly phoenix. Huang Tian immediately decided to engage Xiao Yan in battle. A bright golden light flashed behind his back, a pair of enormous wings of golden light. Originally, Xiao Yan had not intended to fight to the death with the heavenly phoenix tribe, which was why he had not taken the lives of the hostages. He had even released them when the situation with the ancient Void Dragon tribe normalized. In this way, he had shown his intentions. However, based on the current situation, he realized that his intentions had been ignored. The Heavenly Phoenix tribe had interpreted his actions as weakness. Since his kindness was not accepted, he would have to use the cruelest method. Fine. Kill without mercy. The Heavenly Phoenixes truly are arrogant, Xiao Yan said. Don't think that just because you defeated the Hall of Souls chief you now have the qualifications to act arrogantly in front of me. Chief Huang Tian appeared in front of Xiao Yan as if teleporting, then threw a punch. Golden light flashed, transforming into golden claws. Huang Tian's terrifying speed did not make Xiao Yan dodge. He countered with a massive energy palm. Pink flames burned on it, radiating power. The palm and claw collided loudly. Violent energy scattered in all directions. Xiao Yan was forced to retreat a couple of steps. Huang Tian was a peak 5-star saint. Moreover, his true form was that of a heavenly phoenix. In a head-on collision, it would not be easy. After absorbing the purifying lotus flame, Xiao Yan had also reached 5 stars. Therefore, Huang Tian did not come out looking better. His hand was injured by the pink flames. Truly worthy of the reputation of the purifying demonic lotus flame. Xiao Yan also revealed his bone wings. Huang Tian's speed was too terrifying. Therefore, Xiao Yan showed his trump card. You want to compete with me in speed? Huang Tian laughed. He flapped his wings and rushed toward Xiao Yan at a speed invisible to the eye. The young man's fist collided with Huang Tian's fist, but it passed right through. It was only an afterimage. Xiao Yan frowned slightly. From nowhere, a powerful strike from the Phoenix Chief descended upon him. This was the best speed technique, demonic Phoenix steps. Numerous afterimages appeared around Xiao Yan. A series of air punches rushed toward him. The power of these strikes shattered space right in flight. What astonishing speed! The Heavenly Phoenix tribe specializes in speed. Even a 6-star saint cannot compare. Xiao Yan has run into a difficult opponent. Many people shook their heads as they watched the events unfold. Yao Ming was worried. Xiao Yan had truly fallen into a disadvantageous position. But he managed to dodge. Huang Tian could be considered the fastest opponent in Xiao Yan's entire life. He was forced to admit that he was no match in speed. Xiao Yan was genuinely caught off guard by the enemy's astonishing speed. The fist shadows might have seemed illusory, but the moment they reached his body, they became real. Xiao Yan simply closed his eyes. His spiritual strength pierced through the entire space. He then activated the clan tattoo. His aura sharply rose to the intermediate level of a 5-star saint. He attacked with the clan technique, and a completely stunned Huang Tian appeared before Xiao Yan. Because Xiao Yan had actually managed to see through his movement technique. Finger of concentrated flame. Xiao Yan's attack was so sharp that it was able to pierce through Huang Tian's Do Qi defense and strike his bones. The crystals on Huang Tian's palm exploded with terrifying waves of flame. A fierce roar from the Phoenix Chief followed along with a loud explosion. He still received some damage. Everyone saw Huang Tian's figure. He was no longer as calm as before. Most of his clothes had burned away, and his entire arm looked coal-black. There was a bloody hole in his palm. If not for Huang Tian's reaction, his arm would have been completely crippled. What a pity! Xiao Yan shook his head regretfully. He had found an opportunity to attack, but could not inflict serious damage. He truly possesses abilities worthy of the Heavenly Phoenix Clan Chief. Xiao Yan relied on the power of the purifying lotus flame but only managed to inflict a minor wound on Huang Tian. Now Huang Tian was truly angry. Good, excellent. You really are worthy of being an opponent who could defeat the Hall of Souls chief. I underestimated you. A sense of danger flared up in Xiao Yan's heart. He felt the mighty Do Qi trembling inside Huang Tian's body. It seemed that the clan chief was now going to show what he was truly capable of. Huang Tian suddenly roared, and his body began to transform. Soon, a demonic phoenix several thousand meters in size appeared in the sky. Waves of terrifying pressure poured out dominantly from his body, causing fear in most experts. Huang Tian had taken his original form. Yao Ming watched the battle in amazement. After the transformation, Huang Tian's power had increased significantly by 3 levels. The situation for Xiao Yan was not looking good. Huang Tian's true form was perfect. Even if he received a blow from a 4-star saint, his wings were like metal. Add to that his terrifying speed, and he had become a true killing machine. Now the fight will be problematic. He moved as if crossing space, and a nearby mountain shattered into pieces. Even the body of a mighty saint would turn into bloody chunks if this creature struck it. Xiao Yan rapidly formed several hand seals, summoning a huge illusory figure. The perfect heavenly stage soul, the greatest enemy for an expert of his origin. After receiving the spiritual sound wave strike, Huang Tian's speed slowed down. Several metallic feathers broke, and his soul suffered intense pain. Huang Tian's eyes turned bloodshot when he was struck by another spiritual wave. Enduring the severe pain in his soul, he flapped his wings and rushed straight at the young man. If he managed to hit him, he would definitely die. Risking everything he had, the phoenix charged forward. It was clear he intended to finish Xiao Yan with a single strike. Xiao Yan could not retreat now. Huang Tian was faster than him, and trying to dodge would not bring anything good. He would most likely suffer serious injuries. He formed seals again, and behind his back another illusory figure appeared. But this time there were 3 of them. 3 powerful sound attacks flew toward the enemy. 3 spiritual attacks brutally struck Huang Tian one after another, destroying his golden feathers. Even with Huang Tian's power, after receiving 4 consecutive strikes of the Yellow Spring Divine Anger, his soul trembled violently. Piercing pain burned throughout his body. Now he could not even find the strength to flap his wings. What a terrifying spiritual sound wave! The piercing pain tormented his soul. His mind even became slightly blurred, but with his last strength he flapped his wing and appeared beside Xiao Yan. Things are bad. Yao Ming's expression changed. Xiao Yan looked at Huang Tian, who was about to collide with him in the next moment. He did not dodge, but simply raised his head. A colorful 6-colored lotus appeared in front of him. An aura capable of destroying an entire world burst into the atmosphere. It seemed like that was it. Either Xiao Yan would receive a powerful lethal blow from Huang Tian, or he would counter with the Annihilation Lotus, while also not avoiding injuries. But we should not forget about the Medusa Queen, who was cultivating in the serene spring. Just as Xiao Yan was about to throw the flaming lotus, an explosion came from the direction of the serene spring. A pillar of light shot into the sky, right in the middle of the space between Xiao Yan and Huang Tian. The pillar of light sparkled with 9 different colors. Kai Lin was emerging from seclusion. A huge pillar of 9-colored light pierced the sky. The sudden event stunned all the experts. Obviously, they did not understand where this light had come from. This pressure. Yao Ming and the elders of the 9 Deep Python tribe stared at the pillar of light with shock and bewilderment in their eyes. They felt a pressure that came from their bloodlines and souls. Huang Tian could not stop in time, so he fiercely collided with the pillar of light. A loud, shocking noise thundered throughout the area. Both the sky and the earth seemed to tremble from that collision. A cracking sound was heard. After the full-powered collision, cracks spread across the entire pillar of light, and then it shattered into pieces. Following that, an enormous 9-colored snake tail burst out and firmly wrapped around Huang Tian. Before everyone's eyes appeared a huge 9-colored python, which in size surpassed even the current dimensions of Huang Tian's phoenix. Is that the 7-colored heaven-devouring python? The python tribe elders stared at the colorful python in shock. The snake's scales sparkled with 9 different colors. It looked magnificent. A domineering pressure emanated from its body that could easily shatter an entire mountain range. This is not the 7-colored python. This is the legendary 9-colored heaven-devouring python. A whole storm of emotions raged inside Yao Ming's heart. The 9-colored python was a divine creature mentioned only in ancient legends. From a certain point of view, such an entity even surpassed their snake progenitor, the ancient heavenly python. Its bloodline was higher. Considering their limited numbers, the The reputation of the nine-colored python was inferior to that of the ancient heavenly python. Even in ancient times, the nine-colored heaven-devouring python appeared very rarely. Moreover, each time it appeared, it caused an uproar among the snake race. Yao Ming had never imagined that he would personally see a divine beast that existed only in legends. And the bloodline pressure came precisely because of this. So this is who Kai Lin is. No wonder Xiao Yan allowed her to train in the Serene Spring. At this moment, Yao Ming finally understood why Xiao Yan had left her inside the spring. Nine-colored heaven-devouring python? How is this possible? How can even a single nine-colored python still exist on the continent? Huang Tian was tightly restrained by the python's tail. He looked at the nine-colored python in front of him, which stared at him with icy eyes. He felt a shock he had long forgotten. The enormous python before him was comparable in power to the ancient heavenly phoenix. But why did it still exist in this world? The nine-colored python pierced Huang Tian with its icy gaze. Gradually, the tail squeezed the phoenix tighter and tighter, and terrifying force broke the metallic feathers all over its body. Constant cracking sounds came from its bones. Damn it! Shock and rage flashed in Huang Tian's eyes. He let out a piercing cry. All his feathers stood on end and, like sharp blades, furiously began to pierce the body of the nine-colored python. The python's eyes flashed, and dozens of seven-colored scales shot out from its body, transforming into dozens of huge seven-colored heaven-devouring pythons. Then they grabbed each other's tails, forming a net. And in the end, dozens of pythons hissed toward the sky. We remember from previous videos that the Medusa queen had received an ancient inheritance and the souls of seven-colored pythons. The pressure from such a number of powerful snakes was simply overwhelming. Huang Tian was at the center of this terrifying power. Even he felt fear and panicked. Having made a decision, he abruptly returned to human form. After returning to human form, he managed to break out of the space sealed by the python net. Huang Tian was extremely fast. Flapping his wings, he managed to slip through a gap and escape from Kai Lin's snake net. As soon as he broke free, a huge shadow descended from the sky. The snake tail brutally slammed down on him, forming a deep crater. Huang Tian vomited blood after receiving such a blow. The terrifying force struck him so hard that his organs shifted from their places. The tail strike sent him flying like a cannonball. He pierced straight through a mountain, then carved a 1,000-meter-long trench on the ground. All the experts felt a more tangible fear toward the nine-colored python. Even a 5-star saint had received such damage. At the same time, the huge nine-colored python began to coil up. Then its scales shone with blinding light, and its body began to shrink. The divine creature transformed into a beautiful woman. She pointed at the dozens of seven-colored pythons and beckoned them to her. The snakes whistled, turned into flashes of light, and disappeared into her body. Yao Ming and the other experts were able to understand that they were not made of energy, but were actual souls of seven-colored heaven-devouring pythons. And what about the Medusa queen herself? Her cultivation in the Serene Spring had been successfully completed. Her face expressed icy indifference to her surroundings, as if she were a queen looking at insects. Anyone who met her gaze felt a heaviness descend upon their heart. Some people with weak self-control blushed, as the dou qi in their bodies fell into chaos. The devilish beauty only swept her gaze over everyone around, then turned in a certain direction in the middle of the sky. In that place stood Xiao Yan with a gentle smile on his face. Joy danced in his eyes as he looked at her. When their eyes met, Kai Lin smiled. It was like a blooming peony. Her incredible power was stunning. The way she had sent Huang Tian flying even surprised Xiao Yan. Thus, Kai Lin intervened and saved Xiao Yan, just like in the old days when She was stronger than him. Had she become stronger than Xiao Yan? Xiao Yan looked at the dazzling Kai Lin with slight bewilderment. He chuckled softly. "You've finished your seclusion?" "Yes." Kai Lin smiled and carefully looked Xiao Yan over. She also asked in surprise, "Your strength has increased significantly again?" "I can't compare to you." Xiao Yan spread his hands, looking at the Medusa queen with a somewhat complicated gaze. Judging by the manner of Kai Lin's appearance, her power had undergone astonishing changes during seclusion. He simply didn't know what to say. He had also submerged to the bottom of the spring, but had not discovered anything unusual. Such a blessing made him envious. Kai Lin walked toward him with slow steps. Her eyes flashed. She raised her finger and pressed it against Xiao Yan's chest. A 9-colored glow appeared on her finger, accompanied by the emission of mysterious energy. Xiao Yan involuntarily shuddered, having recently seen a demonstration of her power. Pink flames flared up in front of him, and Kai Lin's finger stopped warily outside the flames. She looked at Xiao Yan and replied with a touch of sadness. I thought that after finishing my seclusion I would be able to surpass you. Sigh, I fell a little short. Even now, she still remembered that feeling when she was stronger than Xiao Yan. However, her strong nature felt a slight disappointment that she would no longer be able to enjoy it in front of Xiao Yan. Well, Xiao Yan also sighed helplessly. Kai Lin seemed to have once again become like the Medusa queen, who was quite difficult to tame. She looked cold and enchanting. All right, enough beating around the bush. What is your current level of strength now? Xiao Yan soon became serious and asked the important question. He realized that even with his spiritual perception, he couldn't determine Kai Lin's current cultivation level. It wasn't because she surpassed him, but rather because her aura had become extremely mysterious. He genuinely couldn't sense it, despite his powerful spiritual vision. So what did Kai Lin answer? I believe it's the level of a 4-star saint. Kai Lin answered honestly after hearing the seriousness in the young man's tone. No matter how powerful or domineering she acted in public, she always showed warmth and obedience in front of her man. So the Medusa Queen is a 4-star saint. Not bad at all. She didn't just leap over the half-saint, Ban Sheng, rank, but directly reached 4 stars. That's truly excellent progress. It seems like that previous attack couldn't have been performed by a 4-star saint. Xiao Yan was slightly surprised. The snake net and the numerous 7-colored pythons that Kai Lin had summoned had forced even such a powerful expert as Huang Tian to flee. An ordinary 4-star saint would not be capable of something like that. And that was indeed the case. I borrowed external power. Kai Lin naturally didn't hide anything from Xiao Yan. She told him everything that had happened to her at the bottom of the serene spring. So that's the reason. Xiao Yan suddenly understood after her brief explanation. Will there be any problems? Xiao Yan asked, touching one of the snake symbols. Although the ancestors exist in the form of soul fragments, they are not complete souls. From a certain point of view, I can control them. Kai Lin replied after thinking for a moment. Xiao Yan relaxed and comforted her. It's fine. If we have the opportunity in the future, we'll see if we can restore them. But the most important thing right now is to deal with the problem at hand. Xiao Yan said, then turned toward the ruins. In that spot on the ground lay a miserable-looking person. Kai Lin nodded slightly and also turned toward the opponent. The warm smile disappeared from her face, leaving only an icy expression and killing intent. Huang Tian coughed heavily and wiped the bloodstains from his lips. He glared viciously at Xiao Yan and Kai Lin, while panic burned in his heart. He wasn't afraid of Xiao Yan alone, but now a helper who had seriously injured him had appeared on his side. Even he felt immense pressure from the pair. If I had known that his woman was the 9-colored heaven-devouring python, I would never have gotten involved. What a disaster. Huang Tian thought to himself. He felt deep regret. He had never expected so many problems to arise. The experts of the Heavenly Phoenix tribe exchanged glances with each other, but no one dared to utter a word. Even the mighty Huang Tian had been beaten. Their recent arrogance had been completely crushed by the combined efforts of Xiao Yan and Kai Lin. Finally, Xiao Yan smirked and broke the silence. Clan Chief Huang Tian, do you still plan to try and seize your target? Huang Tian's expression twisted. He answered in a hoarse voice, Xiao Yan, I have lost this time. After Huang Tian admitted defeat, an uproar arose in the surroundings. No one had expected the clan chief of the Heavenly Phoenix tribe to personally admit it. You don't think that just admitting defeat means everything ends here, do you? Xiao Yan said with a hint of contempt. If he had been even a little late, Kai Lin wouldn't have been able to complete her training. How could he possibly forgive that? Should we kill him? Kai Lin asked quietly. Her tone was filled with pure killing intent. Xiao Yan looked at her. A faint nine-colored glow flickered across the surface of Kai Lin's body. Yao Ming opened his mouth when he saw their readiness, but stopped himself and said nothing. From a certain point of view, killing Huang Tian would bring no benefits to Xiao Yan. At the same time, the Heavenly Phoenix tribe would undoubtedly begin a furious vendetta. Even the Heavenly Palace Alliance would face a major headache when confronting one of the three great magical beast tribes. If the Hall of Souls got involved as well, it could bring disaster upon their alliance. Huang Tian was heavily injured, and with Kai Lin's appearance. Given his current condition, he would definitely die if he started fighting the two of them. He had only one trump card left. He gave Xiao Yan important information about why he had attacked the 9 Deep Python tribe and tried to capture the Medusa Queen in the first place. In reality, the goal was different and connected to an agreement with the dragons. The information could either save or doom Xiao Yan's friend. He said, "Xiao Yan, I will pass you some news. Perhaps after hearing it, you won't want to stay here any longer." Xiao Yan replied calmly, "Fine, I won't kill you. Why don't you tell me this information?" And Huang Tian began to speak.